Okay, so guys, we're gonna be reviewing and flying the Xinlin X181. So it's a quadcopter that I just got. It's FPV. A lot of fun to fly. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go over the specs a little bit. So it comes with, so it's a ready to fly FPV quadcopter. Yeah, so it comes with like 8 propellers, I think, and it comes with prop guards and 1 set of landing gear. Now the landing gear, it comes with screws, and what I didn't know at the start when I first got it was that you had to put them in, and then it resulted in, so I had to make a hard landing or crash, but yeah, so when I hit, they just totally bent, and yeah, so it was really annoying when they're bent because it kind of makes it fly a little weird, because when you start it up, it needs to be level. If it's not level, it will just fly really off. But so yeah, so, and they took it like 3 months for it to get to us. So I mean, that was a little annoying because I'd have to fly it without the landing pads, or whatever they're called, or skits, and so then it would just kind of scratch up the camera if I ever tried to land. And even if it was a good landing, sometimes it would scratch it up. So yeah, so definitely put the screws in there. It'll be a lot stronger. It came with what's it called? Prop guards on the for the propellers. So basically, let's say you're flying inside, and I mean, it does move around a little bit, so you might bump into a wall, or if you haven't flown much before. So if it goes into a wall, it just basically, instead of the propeller hitting the wall, it just is that little piece of plastic. I didn't put them on because outside you really don't need them, because I mean, if you crash into a tree, it would be nice. Well, but like, as you can see, there's literally no trees out there for at least 500 feet, I don't know. So yeah, I didn't put them on. You can if you want to, this is totally good, but yeah. Oh yeah, also these are brush motors. It advertises them as brushless, but they're really not. They're good brushed, but I don't know. Oh yeah, so back here there's a slot in your camera. That is, it looks like an SD card slot, but it's I don't even know what it's for. The SD cards, you'll just get them stuck. They don't go in there. You'll just have to record from your transmitter. Okay, yeah, so let's get flying. Okay, so now that you know like all the specs and stuff, we're gonna have to bind the quad to the transmitter. So to do that, first you wanna turn on the quad. So I already have that turned on. When it turns on, the lights will flash, just so you know. Then you want to turn on your transmitter. So yeah, make the couple beeps. You have to put the throttle all the way up and back down. Now we'll just bind it. Okay, so now that's bound. You will want to turn on your FPV screen, because I mean, you don't have to, it's optional, but so to turn it on, you just hold this button right here for about 6 seconds. So 1. Okay, so now it'll come up with this screen on it right here, so you can see all this stuff. It has a microphone on it, which, I mean, you just hear the propeller spinning, so I like to turn that all the way off, just not waste battery. And also lights, just right here. Just also because I don't really need that right now. Okay, so now that it's all good, I'm gonna start flying. Okay. And I like to stand up. A lot of people like to sit down because, I mean, sometimes watching the FPV is a little weird. Oh, and also, the SD spot is right here, so you need a SD card for that, just to record your footage. Okay. I'm gonna start. Oh, it's also key to have the quad flat when you bind it, because that's the angle that will want to return back to. It's like closing one eye, basically, because you only have one camera. You don't see how far things are, so you'll think you're 10 feet up and you could be 30 feet up, and that just could be kind of dangerous. So always or have a person run. So I'm gonna have my little sister run. I'm just gonna. The sticks aren't very ground tap. Okay, I'm just gonna bring it back. It's really fast, but the sticks aren't very responsive. So I mean, I don't like going super duper fast. Yeah, I am by all means not a great flyer. Here, should I do a full speed test? I kind of want to. So, also to turn it on to oh wow, look at that. That's hands off. Let's move back a little bit. But, so to turn it to intermediate, you just click this button right here. One would be intermediate. If you go to advanced, every time you move the stick, it flips it. So, I mean, I don't really like doing that very much. Whoa. Yeah, I ran out of battery. The battery wasn't, I think it just got destroyed because I haven't used it in a while. But, yeah, so the turning is not very responsive. I'd like it to be a little more responsive. But as I was saying before, it's easier to fly with somebody. You either chase them, just so you know how high you are up, because it's like closing one eye. You don't know, you can't really judge distance that well. So sometimes flying near trees is easier because you can say, okay, that's, let's say 9 feet tall. I'm about 2 feet higher than that, so I'm probably 11 feet tall. Where if you're just flying in a field like this, you could, sometimes I think I'm like 10 feet high, and then turns out like 30 feet high. So I mean, you really want to I think it's easiest to have somebody run out. So let's say they're 5 feet tall, then you can be like, okay, I'm 3 feet taller than them, I'm probably 8 feet high. And I mean, that's just easiest for me, like flying around trees and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Overall, it's a really good quadcopter. I really like it. It's super cool how it comes with the 5-inch remote for it. I think that's really cool. Yeah. Whoa. That's cool. Okay. Well, all right.